Okay, good morning. I'll call to order the Public Services Committee at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, October 30th, 2018. And with that, we'll have a roll call, please.
Jackson. Here. Teets.
Here.
McGilvray.
Here.
Spiz and Berman are absent with notice. Dwyer.
Here. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And with that, we'll have a motion to approve the minutes from the October 16th, 2018 meeting. Moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner McGilvray. Any discussion, any questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Now I'll ask for a approval of the agenda. Moved by Commissioner McGilvray, supported by Commissioner Jackson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Thank you. We'll now open it up for public comments. Anyone that would like to make any public comments, come forward at the end of the table. Please identify yourself and what city, township, or village you're with, and we have a 3-minute rule. So go ahead, young man. Okay. Right there. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jeffrey White. I'm an Oakland County businessman, and I have come to some of the commissioners' meetings, and I know this is the Public Service Commission, and I just received an answer, I guess. I didn't even get a chance to read it regarding something from the scale division at the state level from Jennifer Phillips. So
Right.
I will read that later, but I did also want to give you guys some information today.
Certainly.
Regarding some of the things that we spoke about. We don't really have to hit on them entirely, but it's something that I want you guys to have. So if I could pass that off to you, and then you guys can take your own time to read it at some
Certainly.
other time.
Connie, would you? Young lady will get them from you.
For everybody. I just wanted to touch base on it, that on 7/10 of 2018, we came to the county commissioners meetings, and we spoke about the probate judges and different things that were going on there, and Commissioner Crawford did write a letter to the probate judges, and they did respond. They responded with that there was a lot of misinformation coming from the public, us at large in the as litigants in the probate venue. But they also asked us to do some different things, like contact Mr. Edward Hutton from the public administrator, and we did do those things. It seemed kind of, in my viewpoint, it kind of seemed like a little bit of a stall tactic, because we went all quite a ways through that, and then found out that we couldn't meet with the chief judge in light of that. And so I was a little bit disappointed with that. I understand that maybe she was out at the last meeting that we were at, so I don't know what came of that. But I was very pleased to see that Mr. Chairman Gingle did write SCALE, the State Court Administration Office, to investigate a lot of the complaints that people have had throughout, the probate court, with the elder abuse and the taking of assets. So again, I'm just bringing that information to you guys' attention.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Okay, and then, again, I did want to ask one last thing, because you are the Public Service Committee. Is there a way of getting that film for the day of 9/13/2018, where my wife was arrested with the county sheriffs? Because what we're getting is
Not through the Public Services Committee.
Okay. I'm just asking that because we were getting snippets, and I've been involved in editing and things of that nature, and you can see where it is snipped and edited and clipped, and with it being a $4.75 million system, I just would think that film would exist today. And, we're getting denied through the FOIA system that we cannot have that film, and I just think that 1,000, they say a picture says 1,000 words, and I think that would go a long ways in helping my family clear my situation up.
No, I appreciate that, but you're going through the right course, going through the FOIA system. So,
Okay, and I will read this response and maybe get back with you guys at a later date.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else here to make public comments? Okay, oh, yes, ma'am. Please take a seat and identify yourself and the township, village, or city you reside in. Morning.
Yes, my name is Christine Sullivan Boo, and I've spoken several times before this committee. Some of you were there, some are new faces. And I had a complaint about probate court and the unethical behavior from the judges, the attorneys, and everybody pretty much connected down to the sheriffs. You know, slapping high fives after they remove somebody from court by the lawyers, you know. They may as well hand them a trophy in front of our faces that they accomplished another target. So I mentioned that I went before Judge Hallmark to apply for guardianship several years ago because there was a need and because I had a right by law, Michigan MCL 700, 500 something, to go in and as a family member, which had to be in priority first before a court-appointed administrator, public administrator from the Michigan Attorney General was appointed. I brought in evidence. Neither the evidence was looked at, nor was that law that's supposed to protect family members from guarding their own family members followed. Instead, a public administrator was appointed, which I just found out a couple weeks ago after confronting him in the hallway at Oakland County. He said he just happened to be sitting in the courtroom on another case, and the judge just leaned over and said, "Do you want to take this?" I'm sorry, but that's not how the laws are written, nor are they written to be executed that way. Everything in my rights were denied. The statutes were ignored, and human rights were violated, and civil rights as well. Now, here's what happened after 2 years of being then put under guarded supervision. I'm a retired Detroit teacher of 40 years with a master's degree. I was put under guarded visitation and told by that public administrator, who I looked online and has a whole horrible reviews of criminal accusations. I was told I could only see my mother then twice a month for 2 hours. My son, who's bipolar with schizophrenia, couldn't deal with this because he was also put under for no reason. And he attempted suicide. I almost lost him because of the illegalities in your court. Now, if they want to, you know, line their pockets from the elderly for doing illegals, then they may as well go out and rob a bank and make it public what they're doing, because that's exactly what they're doing.
Okay, you're approaching your 3 minutes, so if you kind of
Okay.
summarize your remarks
I
now.
will summarize the last few weeks of my life
Very quickly.
and the last few weeks of, by the way, my mother's life. We buried her last week. And the reason we buried her was because we couldn't find her. We went from nursing home, she wasn't there, they couldn't tell me where she was because of HEPA laws. We called around, found her in a hospital. When we went there, we were asked for our ID to go visit my mother. Then we went back to the nursing home after she was supposed to be returned and she wasn't there. We went back to the hospital. They said she never came back from the hospital. We went to the hospital. They said, we released her last Thursday. We said, okay, I just came from the nursing home. Where is she? And they said, we don't know. So I had my son call the public administrator that was assigned, that had us guarded and everything. And they said, yes, we don't know where she is either. So for all the money they're stealing from my mother's estate, they don't know where she is. So they said, we'll get back with you tomorrow. Now, all she had to do was call my brother, who had power of attorney, and she would have told us where she was that night. We were right in the vicinity of Novi, Waltzwood. We couldn't get to my mother. Yes, and then what happened was I get a call the next morning from the public administrator saying, I am so sorry, but we found your mother at a facility, a rehab facility called Maple Mount, and I'm so sorry, but she died last night. And I said, you know, we were right in that vicinity, and all you had to do was make one phone call to tell us where she was. So, I got a little suspicious after I was traumatized, screamed, yelled.
Ma'am, you're gonna have to wrap it up in 30 seconds,
Oh,
please.
I will.
Okay, thank you.
So, I called Maple Mount, where she said it was confirmed she died, and that's where she was. They never heard of her. They lied to us. The public administrator that was assigned to me, that put me under guarded supervision, lied to us. We have yet to hear from her back. But John Young, the public administrator, is on the phone calling me, and he said he did his own investigation and found her at a different facility. And he doesn't know the cause of death because they won't tell him, because upon the ward's death, he no longer has any say.
Hey,
So-
I want to thank you for your remarks. Appreciate you coming this morning.
Right. So now you have another victim. Another victim that had no voice. And that's what we're here trying to do, is to help you understand that we are losing lives one by one, losing estates even faster, all because of the incompetency, the irresponsibility, the illegalities, and the immorality of your probate system. And it needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. On the cover of USA Today, you will see Carrie Kasem's, and we're connected with them as well, speaking nationwide and speaking up at Lansing to have reform and laws, Senate Bill 713, put into place, and more laws.
Thank you, ma'am.
To protect citizens.
Thank you. Anyone else make comments under public comments? Please come forward and identify yourself and city, village, or city you reside in. 3-minute limit, please.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jody White. I am from Westland. I'm running for state rep. I didn't make the verbiage in here because I was so busy writing you guys. Because I'm the one that, I went to jail on 9/13. And I went to jail because I'm looking at the corruption. I have a girl, the public administrator came into her garage and took Aunt Thelma's Jaguar. I have a girl that, her husband blew his head off. And instead of being able to grieve for her boyfriend of 34 years that she made a tree farm with, she ends up being evicted by a public administrator. You met my husband? My husband, 5 brothers, working with dad. Dad goes a little senile. Oldest brother's an idiot. There's one sometimes in every family. We have one. His son lets my father-in-law sit in soiled diapers on a urine-filled feces on his behind. That's how they found him. He died 3 months later. So I thought this was a joke until I met other people talking about this, because I was going from probate to probate to probate court looking for an attorney, because our judge, Judge O'Brien, allowed Scott Rooney to quit on us. They quit on us because they can't stand me. They can't stand my emails. They can't stand me asking for the whys. So I just get handed this from Mr. Mack. I know him, by the way. And Mr. Mack says that there's no evidence. He hasn't called me yet. I've already met with these guys, Tim Cook, Jennifer Phillips. It was on September 9th. I mean, I've been walking the walk for you guys already. You don't need to do it, but because it's your county, and I looked it up, and I didn't send it to you guys yet because I wanted to make sure I clarify all these emails I'm sending you. The Board of Commission's been around since 18-something. you know, your sign out there says, you guys have been a territory since 1810. You guys are the bosses. There's 83 counties in the state of Michigan. Us state reps, we're not supposed to be into this mess. We're only supposed to help you for the Constitution if we're supposed to be upsetting the corruption that we see. I didn't know that this was corruption. I thought it was really just inept work product. But our judge also has allowed my attorney, my husband's attorney, we're married, so we're one. So when I say my, I mean me and my husband and my family. They allowed my husband's attorney to quit from him, and now I have been banned from coming to this place. So I'm just gonna speak, and I'm gonna run the hell out of here, because I don't want that sheriff to think I'm up to no good, because they're saying that I talk with my hands, they say that I'm in people's personal space, the way I speak, they say I'm erratic. I didn't realize how I speak. I see myself on TV though. I've come to you guys since July, and I try real hard to stay calm. This is a very systemic problem, and it needs to stop. In the newspaper, which I gave you, there's 84 county sheriffs that are not licensed to be county sheriffs, supposedly. I didn't write the
We've
article.
seen that, ma'am, you want to sum it up? Your
I'm
3
summing it up
minutes.
right now. Oh, she's got it,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes.
They look like cops, but they're not. I showed you guys the photos of me in my arms. One officer, not all of them, touched me from behind, grabbed me. You guys have cameras running. I'm a filmmaker, so I know about these cameras, I know about editing, I know about recomposing. They gave me only the footage of me happened to be calm in the hallways, which is fine, because I like to be calm. Officer Thimes is saying that I assaulted him. He's 6'5". Okay, whatever. He said that I was fighting arrest. Okay, fine, whatever, you can say it all. But I'm asking you, and one of the emails I gave you, I printed it. It's asking you the day after, because I knew what game they were gonna play with me. And they can play it, but I will not be going to jail as long as I have 21 county commissioners that are elected to protect a little Westland girl who's just running for state rep.
Okay, ma'am, you got to sum it up. We got to move on.
Mr. Dreyer, could you just sum up what I said, because I wanna make sure that you
No.
hear my plea, because I've been coming since July.
Yeah.
So can you sum up what
No,
what
we
you heard?
we appreciate your comments, ma'am. Thank you.
It's not comments, it's evidence.
Thank
So I
you.
wanna make sure that these recorded open meetings, this is called evidence, and we're going to be utilizing it because it is evidence. We're not coming here just for our health. I'm coming here because I could spend 2 years in jail after I spend 15 grand for a jury trial. Thank you. I'm not doing that. With the help of the 21 of you guys here, I'm asking you please to step up a little, which, by the way, you have done nothing but been awesome, so I'm gonna wrap up with that.
Okay, thank you.
And I like the little smaller meetings like this, so whatever you can do to stop the judicial abuse and excessive force would be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else under public comments? Okay, seeing none, we'll close public comments and move to our regular agenda. Our first item is the Public Services Department, Animal Shelter and Pet Adoption Center, Animal Shelter Improvements, Equipment Acquisition, moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner Jackson. And we have as our presenters, Mr. Bob Gatz and Joni Toole. Good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. How are you today?
Very good. And you, Mayor?
Good. We are here today to seek permission to spend some of the money from our legacy fund to purchase some identified much-needed equipment in our new building. You have a list of everything we need. The total amount of the equipment is just over $47,000. In our legacy fund, we have a little bit over $441,000.
Okay. Any questions or any comments? What is the equipment again, Bob?
The equipment is a blood analyzer, autoclave, some replacement grates for our vehicles, another piece of equipment that will help the doctors diagnose eye problems in the animals, some shelters for the animals for our outside pens, an ultrasonic blood flow equipment, some harness leads, some new stainless steel bowls, and some tarps to keep the sun off the animals in the outside pens in the summertime.
So it's safety and healthy is what you want.
And medical equipment.
And medical equipment. Great. Outstanding. Any comments? Any questions? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Jackson?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes. Motion carries. Bob, any updates you want to give us as far as the animal shelter?
I wish you guys would come by, we'll take you for a private tour. The building is great, we just can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us. Everything is running very smooth.
Great.
We're doing
Tell them
great
about the
work.
inspection you just passed. The
I'm
state
sorry?
inspection.
The special-
The state inspection.
Oh, the state inspection, I'm sorry. The state came in, last week and, on the 18th actually, and inspected our building. We got the highest grades, imaginable.
Oh.
Obviously, they found nothing wrong with the building or with our operations and the cleanliness and so on and so forth, so.
Well, congratulations.
It's truly magnificent.
That's great.
Yeah, we're very happy.
Great.
Come by.
So are we.
Thank you.
Thank you. Joni, anything?
No,
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, our next item is the Sheriff's Office 2018 Medication Assistant Treatment MAT Program, interlocal agreement with the Oakland County Community Health Network, OCHN, and reimbursement for inmate casework specialist position, working on MAT program in jail alliance with support JAWS program, amendment number 1 for fiscal year 2019. And our presenters are, would you identify yourselves, please?
Major Charles Snery. I'm with Dale Beer, Business Manager of the Sheriff's Office, and Matt Costello, Program Supervisor.
Good morning. Major, nice seeing you again.
Thank you. Same.
So you want to kind of explain this whole agreement?
We're here to request approval of the interlocal agreement between the Oakland Community Health Network and the Sheriff's Office for our MAT and JAWS program.
You did? Oh, I'm sorry, no, you didn't.
No. I need a motion, moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner McGilvery. I'm sorry, now go ahead.
We're here to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Teets?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Jackson? Yes. Dwyer?
Yes, motion carries. Congratulations.
I thought you were gonna ask about the automatic.
Okay, now I'll ask for a motion for the automatic direct referral.
No, that's one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we need a motion for the automatic direct referral.
It's automatically.
Oh, automatically, okay. So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign. Thank you. Okay, the next item is the Sheriff's Office fiscal year 2018 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistant Grant JAG Program Acceptance, moved by Commissioner Jackson, supported by Commissioner McGilvery. And Under Sheriff
This is
McCabe.
federal pass-through dollars as a result of looking at the UCR, Uniform Crime Report, and the federal government. This year, we have Pontiac back in again. I think we did last year there, that would quote-unquote disparate, so we'll be giving them their money through the county, and we're looking to purchase tasers. We're on a replacement schedule now, so it'll help us do that instead of taking the money out of general fund. And then the money going to Pontiac will help pay for extra patrols on overtime in the city of Pontiac.
Okay. Is this the same amount of money you received annually, or is this up
It's
or down?
close. They're
Close?
usually about the same, yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Any questions? Commissioner McGilvery.
I see it's a decrease. Any reason for the decrease?
Federal government, we have no control over it. You know, they use uniform crime reports as a statistical basis, and there's a complicated formula involved, so crime has dropped nationwide, as you know, for many, many years, even though there's this image that, you know, violent crime's out of control. The stats don't bear that out, so the numbers are probably a little lower because of that.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Jackson? Yes. Teets?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes, motion carries. Next item is the Sheriff's Office fiscal year 2019 Traffic Safety Enforcement Grant Acceptance, moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner Jackson.
This is a grant through TIA that allows us to do overtime patrols in targeted areas identified through statistical analysis of the areas that we need to patrol based on alcohol-related and safety belt violations. So we'll be putting deputies on the street on overtime on this grant. Get it just about every year.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Commissioner McGilvery.
What about the local communities? Do they get?
They get their own grants, yes.
Okay.
know Troy got one, not everybody does. Troy comes to mind, I can't remember who else, but they would accept that themselves locally.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Jackson?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
McGelvray?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes, motion carries. Next item is the Sheriff's Office fiscal year 2019 Secondary Road Patrol and Traffic Accident Prevention Program Grant Acceptance, moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner Jackson.
This is the annual secondary road patrol grant that started in 1978. In 1978, when we got the grant, when it started, we had 17 deputies and sergeants in the grant. We're down to 5 now. The state, this is money comes from restricted revenue that's attached to civil infractions at the state level. And it's been going down every year. Probably mid-next year, we come back to you to eliminate one of the positions because there's not enough money to sustain it for the entire fiscal year.
Well, yeah, there's a decrease of 67,000 this time.
Yes, sir.
It was,
It's
that was the
based
same
on
amount
the
as
number of
last year,
tickets.
wasn't it?
It's based on the number of tickets that are written statewide, and then an assessment attached to that of $10. But tickets have dropped dramatically statewide. There's a little bit of different, there's all kinds of theories out there as to why. It's that, officers and deputies are being kinder and gentler. They're giving people more warnings. Of course, there's less cops on the
You
street.
got the
when
shortages,
tickets are
right.
written.
Mhm.
There's about 2,000 less cops today than there was in 2001. 1,900, I think, is the exact number, is a closer number. So there's all kinds of things. We've had a meeting in Lansing, Michigan Sheriff's Association, with several people. We met with the Office of Highway Safety Planning about 4 or 5 weeks ago. We are looking at some of the reasons also, as we believe that some of the judges aren't assessing the $10 surcharge that they should be assessing under state statutes. So we're working with the State Court Administrator's Office to get a real picture of who's collecting and who's not collecting it. So the solution is, either nobody likes fee increases, so especially in an election year, so we know that's not gonna happen. So maybe
But it's almost over.
after the first of the year, maybe we can come to a solution, but like I said, we've gone from 17 down to 5. It's pretty sad.
That is sad.
Statewide,
That is very sad.
yeah, statewide, there were 298 deputies that were funded by this in 1978. It was a total general fund. About 15, 16 years ago, it went to a restricted fund, and the numbers have been dropping ever since. So we're 298 deputies statewide, now probably about 115 statewide now. And as you know, over 50%, probably about 60% of all accidents in Michigan occur on county secondary roads.
If I'm correct, I know that crashes are up statewide,
Crashes are up.
especially in Oakland County.
Sure, and one of the reasons, of course, is when the economy's better, people drive more miles. They drive more miles, there's gonna be more accidents.
Sure. Any questions? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Teets?
Yes.
McGelvray?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes, motion carries. Next item is the Sheriff's Office fiscal year 2018 Bulletproof Vest Partnership Program Grant Acceptance, moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner McGilvery.
We got some good news here for once.
Good, good.
The last 3 years, we've gotten the big zero from the federal government. They had in place, any municipality that was greater than 100,000 in population got the big zero from the feds for bulletproof vests. This year, there's been a change in the position of the federal government, and this is one of the largest awards we've gotten since I've been here to help us replace our bulletproof vests for the deputies. Each local community gets their own grant also, as long as they
Yes.
apply for it. So this is just for the sheriff's office only.
So this, how many vests are you gonna be replacing with this grant? Not to the entire department?
I think it's about 90.
90? Okay. And you replace these vests, what, every
Every
5?
4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years? Okay.
Is it 5? I think it's 5.
5.
5-year replacement.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
McGelvray?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Teets?
Yes.
Dwyer?
Yes, motion carries. Under Sheriff McCabe, nice seeing you this morning. I know you probably have something to update us on because I haven't seen you for a couple weeks.
Yeah, well, it's not because I had conflicts, but obviously we're in very good hands here with Dana taking care of
She's done a
business.
great job.
I know she has, so you probably don't even need me anymore coming here.
Well, that's up to you.
Not a whole lot to update you on, nothing big going on, quite frankly, that I pastors and the rabbis and
Yes.
the priests. And we've been doing, as local departments have been doing, about security and safety in the churches. So we'll be going through that again and offering that up also. As I
Very
know a lot
good.
of local departments have partnered with
Yep.
the faith-based community.
Very good. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, under communications, 2 items, need a motion to receive and file. Moved by Commissioner Teets, supported by Commissioner McGilvery. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Okay, is there any other business? Okay, seeing none, we're adjourned at 11:30 a.m.